Hey everybody, Scott here. Back again, drink another tea. We're gonna drink the 2017 autumn Jie. Jie is a village that is about 1 kilometer as the crow flies from, it takes like 15, maybe not 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to drive there. It's just over 1 kilometer southwest from Bingdao in Mengku. So imagine, I guess you could imagine like Bingdao here, and you can imagine Jie here, and then up here, another about 1 kilometer from Bingdao is Nanpo, which is another tea that we also do. And then across the river over here is Bawai and Nowo. So these are all really close in. Jie is probably the most famous village in Mengku other than Bingdao. Bingdao would be the most famous village. But yeah, we're gonna get down to it. I polished my silver teapot with toothpaste yesterday, inside and out. I decided that I wanted to remove, there was this heavy black patina on the inside, and I thought to myself, you know, to maximize the effect of silver on the water and the tea, I thought, well, shouldn't the water and the tea make contact with the silver, as opposed to just making contact with the buildup of the tea inside the silver. So I applied just like a 3D white, like my normal toothpaste, on the inside and the outside, and I let it sit for a few hours, and then I used like a piece of wow, that was loud. That was Lucy's bone falling on the ground. I totally just like whatever was in my head is just gone. I used a piece of cloth and like a chopstick, like a stainless steel chopstick, and I just kind of just went like that. After waiting about 3 hours, added a little bit of water in there, and then just kind of gradually rubbed it. And nice and clean on the outside, not perfectly clean on the inside, but definitely not the heavy patina that was there before. And I've rinsed it several times. I think I've gotten all the toothpastey smell out of there. I believe you can also use baking soda paste as well, which I didn't have. For some reason I don't have baking soda, so I just did toothpaste. I thought, well, if I'm gonna brush my teeth with it, I can probably put it in my teapot. But of course, you know, it's metal, it rinses, so. I also did my silver gaiwan too the day before as an experiment, and that kind of spurred me on. That worked really well, but that didn't have as much of a patina, like as much of a build up in it. So we got 7.5 grams here. You can see that just as it was really quite dark and just kind of discolored, and that pretty much got it where it was, you know, when I got it. So if you feel like toothpaste is, you know, if you're okay with using toothpaste works pretty darn well. So I'm gonna put it over here. I don't want to block Lucy. Lucy, you want a cookie? You're a good girl. Oh, drop that too. You're just dropping everything. That's kind of my fault. I'm just gonna wipe that right on there. All right, let's get started with Jie. I just was really in the mood for something powerful, like a powerful shone. So this would be 2 years old now. 2017 autumn. Now we're basically 2017 headed into 2019 autumn. So 2 years old. Let's see how it's been. This is aged entirely in Texas. I have a room upstairs in my house that's just for tea. Well, mostly just for tea. And it's pretty consistently 55 to 70. Just, you know, I try to keep it around 65. Sometimes it goes up higher, up to 70 or whatever. But it's a pretty good storage setup for me. I'm not, you know, if you've watched more than a few of my videos, you probably know that I'm I'm not trying to reproduce Hong Kong storage conditions or anything. It just doesn't really work. It's not practical, especially on the scale of tea that we have. Not only just that we sell in Yunnan sourcing, but even my own personal kind of collection of tea. It's just not entirely practical to fuss over it. You know, if I want to fuss over something, I have Lucy. But it would be really hard to create like a, you know, environment. Plus, honestly, I think 60 to 65% humidity, and it's a lot, you know, half the year it's probably 85 degrees up there because I just don't turn on the air conditioner at all. I usually have the air conditioner turn on at like around 90 just to keep it from getting super hot up there. Also because I don't want the downstairs air conditioner, but they're separate, to work itself to death, because it will if the upstairs is much hotter. Anyways, sometimes when it's rainy or super humid and I want to get the humidity up, I'll open the windows and I'll let the humidity, like overnight, and the humidity will build up to 70-75%. And I'll close the windows and it'll drop. I mean, that helps keep it stable, but I definitely do some things with it. Drink the wash here. Nice, grassy, malty. You're pretty darn hungry today, huh? She's got some eye boogers. Just getting your eye boogers. Take it easy. I'm not allowed to fuss over you. What am I? You know, what's the meaning of my life then? Oh, you're just dropping things all over the place. You can't even keep it all in your mouth. She doesn't feel that I'm affording her the proper degree of respect. Poor girl. She's got goopy eyes. All the dry grass and everything, it's just bone dry. And she just gets allergies. All right. Must concentrate. I don't want to mess up my tea session by burning my mouth and my tongue in the first, yep, 150 degrees. That would definitely burn me. Yeah, I didn't have any tea this morning, so I'm definitely like, you know, it's like almost 1 p.m. and I haven't had any tea. I actually regularly won't have tea in the morning, or go until 11 or 12, but today was later. I just had working from basically 7 a.m. till now nonstop, except for some exercise. But all right, let's put this in here. So yeah, DGA is one of those teas. So this tea, at the time this video will be published, is $210 for 400 grams. So we're pretty much in that 50 cents, just above 50 cents a gram, which for pu'er, that's pretty pricey. I mean, obviously there's more pricey. This tea actually was pricier than the Bingdao tea. Well, than the Bingdao Lao Jai tea. The Bingdao Xin Jai tea, I didn't even have an option for that, because Bingdao Xin Jai is the really, really expensive one, which I don't really make. But DGA is, I think, as good as Bingdao tea. Not quite as famous, but you know, at this point, and given the distance from each other, a lot of Bingdao teas, a lot of DGA teas end up being Bingdao teas. However, DGA has made a name for itself, and that's good because, you know, it's a different village with different people, and they shouldn't just be having to sell all their tea to people in Bingdao, or selling their tea as Bingdao tea just so that they can sell their tea for the price that it's worth. So again, this madness and obsessive kind of like Laobanjiang, Bingdao, Xigui, it's not really good for the market, you know. And not to say that they don't have great teas there, but just this obsession with I have to have this tea. I just think that creates especially in China, you know, it really creates a situation where, you know, the consumer gets what they asked for, but it's not actually what they asked for, if that makes sense. It's savory, almost briny, thick, sweet, bitter. There's a little bit of oceaniness, like of that brininess that I really like. I was gonna say something. Oh, it's like my old story that if you walk into 10 tea shops in the wholesale tea market in Kunming and you ask for, you know, a 30-year-old raw pu'er for under $500 or something, you're gonna have it. You know, like not everybody. Some will be like, no, that's not possible, huh? And you know, and then other people are like, oh yeah, we have that, you know. And of course, that's just not possible in that price range. Not to mention the fact that very, very few people in the Kunming wholesale market have 30-year-old aged raw pu'er. But if you ask for it, you will find it. The problem is what you find is not really what you asked for. So that whole phenomenon just goes on and on and on. I see that online all the time in the Western market, in the Chinese market. You know, people selling ripe pu'er from the 1970s. You know, it's like that would just, like, if that were real, that would be, for one, it's almost completely unobtainable, and two, you know, like it would be ungodly expensive. But anyways, I learned my lesson. Don't get involved in drama. Do not get involved in drama because it takes away from your tea drinking time. It takes away from your every kind of bit of time that you have and everything in your life that you actually enjoy. You end up getting sucked into something and just like, you know, wow, bitter, but like really cooling. Wow, thick. Let's keep going here and get these in the cups. This is steep number 3 right here. I've still got another cup right here. I'm gonna be knackered when I'm done with this. You know, that's the thing. It's I see so much abuse of and kind of just like things online, and you know, in China, online, in the Western market, and just kind of just all kinds of just bullshit or incorrect things. It's just like, I'm just done with it. Like, you know, I'm not the pu'er police. Anybody who's followed, you know, me and my quote unquote history knows that that was not a being the pu'er police is not a good thing. I let somebody else do it. That's just fine with me. I want to be the tea bastard slash dog Bedford tea drinking eccentric person. That's what I want to be. I just want to be left alone to enjoy tea. Well, you know, left alone, not like, don't talk to me, but, you know, like, left alone. Like, no, I don't, no comment. What's that? Once bitten, twice shy. There's a great Chinese, Chengyu. I forget, something like once bitten, twice shy, which would exactly describe me. So far, I'm really liking. I don't know. I feel like the tea is really bright. I don't know if it's like. I actually feel like there's some difference there with the silver. Let's try this one and see. I can tell you, the tea is. Whoo. If I had two teapots, one with a heavy buildup and one that had just been cleaned, it would be really interesting to do a side by side. But I don't notice any, like, it definitely to me, like, doesn't taste less good. I think if anything, it tastes better after really like giving it a good deep cleaning, you know? I'm drinking this tea. And to me, that's the whole point of silver, is like, you're drinking this tea. You're not drinking the clay, you're not drinking the buildup of other teas. You're drinking this tea, you know? And I think by really giving it a good deep cleaning, that just like really brings that, you know, it really makes it this tea, you know, because it's like the teapot is interacting with the tea, not the buildup of the teas that you drank before. Wow. Oh, this is so full-bodied and just like, wow, it's like so active in the mouth. It's just like, you know, there's just so much going on. There's bitterness and stringency, and there's like a grass, kind of like a dried, like almost like a hay, and then like a honey sweetness as well, and then like a real cooling, I don't want to say menthol. That would be the toothpaste. No, actually, I don't taste any toothpaste. I clean this teapot out a lot. But there's like a coolness, which is, you know, a hallmark of Gushu as well. Really enjoying this. This is really nice. I'm really glad that I did that with the teapot, but I'm really also really glad that I decided to drink this tea. But yeah. Jie. Very nice, very thick. Let's put this up again, and then I probably will. Looking at the leaves here, nice dark olive leaves, robust. Probably, of course, more robust than a spring tea would be. Autumn leaves typically are a little thicker and a little bit more burly, as it were. Let's drink this. I recently drank some, I got some Maocha from Yiwu from the second flush of spring of this year and drank them. Like really, a lot of the same stuff that we get in the first flush of spring, which is where we press all of our Yiwu spring teas are all first flush. But yeah, the second flush, even though the price is like half and still not cheap, and actually not quite half, probably 40% less. It was just, man, they were just super astringent, just super astringent, and like almost numbing to the mouth because of the astringency. I was just not impressed at all. I hate to say it, you know. I wanted to like them. I wanted to like the idea of an Yiwu tea that would be cheaper, but man, they were just terribly astringent. Couldn't really get into any of them. They weren't bad; they were still Gushu, but just really not so good. So, you know, the autumns, you know, Yiwus are typically really pretty good, and the price again for some reason is not. It's not much similar to the second flush of spring, you know, so about 40%, 30, 40, 50% less than the spring Yiwus. So I'm looking forward to that. But the autumn Yiwus are never, and like this tea, this is new, obviously, this is Mengku, you know, Jie, but to me the autumn teas being less expensive, even 30, 40, 50% less expensive than the spring teas, they don't taste half as good to me, or even a third less as good. they're not quite as powerful, but man, this is the spring version of this. I do remember having in 2018 and it was 2017 and 2018 I remember, and it was just, wow, it was super strong, but also really, really expensive, like super expensive, you know, like probably going to be, you know, $350, $400 a cake, kind of expensive. So I'm pretty happy with the autumn version. Actually, I'm very happy with it. So I have no idea what I'm doing here. There's like this cup of tea right here. There's this chahai right here. I have no clue what's going on. I've just been talking and running my mouth. So, but yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be able to just kind of just see all the shenanigans, just kind of not really care. You know, I used to feel like, well, that's not, you know, that's not fair, and you know, such and such a person is selling such and such a tea and saying that it's, you know, this or that. And even with all my time and expertise doing this business, I can't get the tea, you know, the 1,000-year-old tea or whatever for, you know, it's just like, duh. But, you know, it's like, I don't care. I don't care anymore. People can say and do whatever they want. Customers, and that's the thing that I think is now finally people are customers and just people, consumers, whatever, are just so much more educated than they were before. So I don't have to, I don't know. I just like kind of, it's nice because then it's like, well, it's not really, before it was just like, I felt like if I didn't say something, it would just go kind of like unchallenged forever. I mean, I still see it a lot. I still see a lot of abuse and things like that of, you know, kind of like people taking extreme liberties. But, you know, it is what it is, you know. This tea is strong. I will say that. Mouthfeel is strong. Chachi for me is strong. I don't know what it is. I feel like teas have been hitting me harder. I've been sleeping really well. I think it's because I'm just doing like really like a lot of really vigorous exercise in the morning. I just get like hungry. Like I'll eat like breakfast. I'll be like, you know, like by 1 o'clock again. I'll eat breakfast at 10. And then like 1 o'clock again, I'll be hungry, you know. So, and then I think it's 1 o'clock right now, so it's like my blood sugar is already dropping again. So that definitely affects, you know, like how the qi or the, you know, all the stuff in the tea affects you for sure. That's why sometimes I can find that I can remedy my that kind of tea drunkenness or weak feeling from drinking tea just by like taking in some carbs or something a little sweet, some fruit or something like that. But yeah, I've got more tea in here. I do. Okay. And I reboiled the water, so part of my brain is working. At least part of it is. Just the part that remembers that I just did those things isn't working today. I don't know why. Oh, wow. I'm sweating too. Oh, Lucy, you're so patient. Kind of, not really. She's actually really gentle. She is a good girl. She says, "You're messing with me. You're a good girl, aren't you?" Yeah. Let's take this off. You don't need this on. You know who you are. Come here. We know who you are. We know where to find you. I just gave you one. You gotta wait for it. Don't be so impatient. It's so strange because I feel like dogs are like the most patient creatures sometimes, you know, like time means nothing to them. Unless, of course, they're waiting for a treat. Or they have to chase down a deer. All right, let's get this out. Get this filled up again. I'm enjoying this. I feel like, I'm going to come to the conclusion that it is a noticeable difference for me after cleaning the teapot. I think that I would recommend it. You know, I've used this so much and I haven't cleaned out. I mean, I've been using this for a couple of years now, like almost daily, multiple times daily sometimes. But, excuse me, I would recommend cleaning it out because you're definitely not going to lose anything. I don't think you're going to lose anything at all by cleaning it out. If anything, it's going to improve the flavor and the clarity of the taste because, you know, whatever kind of oils that have built up, and you never know, like at some point, like the stuff builds up, and then and how much of that is coming out? How much of that buildup is coming out into the tea when you're drinking the tea? You know what I mean? Which is fine for I Ching, where you've got a dedicated kind of teapot that you've seasoned with a particular type of tea, and it's not going to influence. But I mean, I use this for ripe tea. I use this for Tianjin. I use this for all kinds of teas, pretty much everything except green tea, you know. So, yeah, you know, I think definitely clean it out. You can try baking soda. You can try, you know, just don't use an abrasive, especially on the outside. I used a little bit of an abrasive stuff on the inside a little bit. Not hyper abrasive, but just a little bit. On the outside, you don't want to. On the outside, and you don't need to because it's just, there's not much of a buildup on the outside. So, I'm feeling the cups just because I can't remember which one I just drank from. Wow, so thick. Nice viscous tea. Very clean. It's just, what I like about it is you get this bitterness and astringency, but then it comes back as a sweetness, and then you get like the mouth-watering effect. So I'm gonna relax my face a little bit. Do a little, oh, that feels good. Oh yeah. I don't know about you, but I hold like a lot of tension in my face, so, you know, Lucy does too. Sometimes she needs a face, she needs like a jaw massage, right, Lucy? Right? Relax your face. Relax your face. Relax your face. She's got these bones right here, like right between here. And she just loves kind of like a hard massage. She just like leans into it. All right, okay, it's over. She's like, what? Already? Usually you do at least 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, what's going on? This is like, I feel like I'm in a very nice. And we'll put it in here. I was thinking of just going right into the cups, but I think it's still fairly hot. DJ, we also did I want to say spring, no, autumn 2018 as well. We did a DGA. I believe this is the first DGA that we've done, the 2017 autumn, and we did a 2018 autumn as well. Also an excellent tea. I don't know, maybe we'll do a 2019 autumn as well, but fairly limited. I think if you're like a fan of Bingdao and you're willing to shell out money for Bingdao or some of these other like really night famous and good, you know, teas, then this one might be, this one might be a good choice for you. It's worth at least sampling, I think. I think the chachi in this is very aggressive. I don't know whether it's just like this, you know, kind of like silver, after cleaning the silver teapot, it's making a comeback or what, but, or all that toothpaste, it's just all that fluoride, just scrambling my brains. No, I'm kidding. I cleaned it out pretty good. I have no idea what is going on, how many steeps we have done, and why you're giving me that look. What is that look exactly? Should I be concerned? Should I be concerned? You want to shake for it? Shake? She's like, oh, okay. I heart you. Chew it. Good. A little bit of drool. Naturally. All right, let's keep going here. If you're already still watching this video, you probably have settled in at this point, because you just, you know, if you're looking for like me to tell you the difference between, do you have a, somebody asked me if I did a video on the difference between raw and ripe pu'er, and I was like, shit, I've done a lot of videos. I think I've done that video, and I probably never will. I'd just probably be reading from Wikipedia or something. I just linked somebody to the Wikipedia article, and I'm just like, there you go. Sorry, I don't like doing basic videos. I don't know why. I'm just kind of... I should, because people need to get started somehow, and they need to learn those things. And definitely no disrespect meant to anybody who doesn't know and needs to learn the difference. Certainly, it would be a good idea for me to do a video on that. But I probably won't. I don't know, you know? I just probably won't. But I heard... I think there's a new Dune movie coming out. I don't know, man. I hope they do a good job of that. I would really enjoy that if they managed to pull it off. Let's see. What's going on? A little slurping there. I'm not a big slurper. Although I've been accused of slurping tea when I used to put the microphone right here. It definitely was like, the swallowing sounded like slurping, but it was actually just swallowing. But you know, if you want to slurp your tea, if that's how you enjoy it, that's totally fine. You can slurp your tea. Lucy's making me a little nervous. But anyways, we're getting into these long steeps right now, and I'm gonna end up saying something either like really weird or really pointless or repeating myself if we keep going. So I am just going to recommend this tea again, DGA. It's an ass kicker tea. It's strong. It is not cheap, but it's good. It's worth sampling at least if you want to have a unique tea drinking experience. If you like Bingdao, if you like Mengku teas, if you like gushu, then I would highly recommend this tea. As again I said, Bingdao, DGA, Nampo, all within a couple of kilometers of each other as the crow flies. So very nice tea, very clean, powerful. Definitely check it out. I think it's worthwhile for sure. But anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Hey, Lucy. All right, see you.